Frequent flyer flies, la 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 la. Frequent flyer is back.
What's up? You checking out the Frequent Flyer, and this is the new C81 from Turbo Racing, and this is a 176 scale monster truck. And so this thing is pretty awesome. I'm going to say that right up front. You guys know that I was very fond of this thing here. This is the original 176 scale from Turbo Racing, and it's modeled after the Mini Cooper, the Mini Coupe. And this thing was awesome. It's a little scale version of the Mini Cooper that has proportional steering and all. So I'll have a link in the description to my review of that thing. But anyhow, this one was the upgrade right here. This is the C71, and this one brought more speed and a whole lot of different options and stuff on the transmitter to make it go faster and stuff like that, and slow it down and whatnot. It has lights that you can turn off and on. It has headlights here. This one has headlights too, but you can't really toggle them on and off. This one, it takes it a step further to allowing you to toggle them on and off, and it even has a lighted glow for the bottom and all, you know, a chassis light. So it's probably not going to show up too well if I put it on the table there, but here you can see it has lights surrounding the bottom of the chassis, and that actually glows if you're on a reflective surface or a white surface or any color that's not going to absorb the light coming from the bottom of this thing. You're going to be able to see the glow on the bottom of this, so it's awesome. I have two of these C71 cars, and these things are really awesome. I love them. And there's actually another two models after this one, but I think there's no difference in them except for the design of the body cover and all. You know, it has different versions of different scale cars, but they have the same options that this one has. It has, oh, I forgot to say, this one has brake lights also and a braking function. And so the other ones, the C72 and C73, all have the same options that this one has, and it's a little faster and all, just like this one is faster than that one and all. But this one here brought one of the options that, well, a feature that I was really looking for in those, because these here, you can't really ride them on the floor. You can, but I was recommending that people don't, because hair can get all caught up inside the wheels and all, and on the little axle, and make it a pain. I had to take this one apart a few times before I realized that this thing is probably best driven on a track or whatnot, and not on the floor to get hair or cat fur or whatever. You're going to get tangled up in this thing from the rug. But this one has larger wheels and a higher clearance from the bottom of the chassis to the floor, and so it makes this thing able to run on the floor and not get all of that stuff wrapped up in it. I imagine that you probably can still get some cat fur or hair wrapped up in it, but it doesn't seem like it's that hard to remove, since you can actually see the axles from just looking at it here. You can probably get some tweezers or whatnot and just pull it out. But this thing is able to run on more rugged surfaces than these because of the size of the wheels, and it's also a little faster because of the size of the wheels. And so it still has the proportional steering and all of that stuff. This one does have lights that are toggleable, if that's a word. You can toggle off and on the lights on the rear and the front, but this one doesn't have the brake light feature or the braking feature. This one, when you're going forward and you go in reverse, it'll stop forward and go in reverse right away, whereas these ones, upon moving forward and going backwards, it would brake first and you will see the brake lights, and then it will go backwards after you hit it the second time to the backwards side. And This one does have a feature though, concerning that these don't have, and that's a kind of, it gives an effect that you're still rolling after you let off the throttle. And I'll show you guys what I mean by that. Let me turn it on. This is the transmitter. Let me turn that on. I have the lights on. Well, the front light is on, but check it out. You can toggle it off by hitting this button here, or you can hit this switch right here to make this one come on, and that one will flash real quick if you go all the way over. But if you go to the middle, it'll just turn this rear light on as well. But check it out. You guys see how it still continues to roll a little bit? And that's not mechanical, that's actually the circuitry, that's actually the programming. So check it out. You can check it out again, because this car isn't heavy enough for it to have inertia or anything to keep it rolling along, and the wheels don't roll freely. And so when you give it a little throttle and let off, it'll keep rolling. And so let me show you guys, it actually gives it an awesome effect that it's a large vehicle. You know, that's how a lot of the larger vehicles do. Once you stop with the throttle, it'll just roll a little bit. I think that's an awesome little feature that they improved on with this one. It would be awesome if they had that feature and the braking feature. That would be the ultimate. But this is awesome nevertheless. Gives this guy some character. And this one, it's not 4-wheel drive, but it does have these larger wheels, and that equates to more power. So check it out. This guy can power its way up here. Oh, I forgot to say that this is all the stuff that this comes with. It comes with 4 ramps. This one here is 50 millimeters, and it has some 40 millimeter high ones under here. You get 2 of each. And so you have an instructions manual here. This is a paper that tells you how to remove the little belt that stops the battery, I think, from being, I can't remember. I think that's the little belt is in there to remind you to remove the top cover and plug in the lights for the top. That's what it is. And so you remove that little belt when you first pull this guy out of the packaging, and it lets you know right here on this little card here and how to charge it and all. It has the USB type C still, just like the other one, and a little body clip in order to bind it and all. You can use that as a binding key. And it does have an extension for the USB type C to charge it, because this one has a little more clearance, and you do charge it on the bottom just like you did before right there. This little thing pops up and you twist it around to make it stay up, and then you can pop that little extension on there to allow it to plug into that car there. But let me show you guys, it also jumps pretty nicely. So you can run this guy on the floor. It does jumps and all. It has a little shock effect there. Well, it does have shocks in the front, I think. So check it out. There's a little spring up in there and allows the wheels to move and all. But here, I'm not sure what that is, what causes this to be able to have a little bit of flex. I think it's underneath the body. Let me try to pull this off again. Let's see, how did I take this thing off before? Oh, okay, there it is. So there's a spring underneath here to allow the back end to be a little springy too. So pretty awesome. Has a little dampening on the vehicle for jumping and all. And so, oh, I forgot to show you guys the battery in there. Let's pop it back off again. So the battery is a 75 milliamp hour battery. 1S, of course, 3.7 volts. And you can unplug the lights here. There's a little socket there that you can unplug the plug from. And so, pretty awesome little car here. Well, truck. So this guy's a nice little crawler, even though it's not 4x4. And it's an awesome jumper. And you can run this guy on the floor with less worry. And this thing is just awesome. I love it. Just as much as I love these guys, but it doesn't run on the tracks that I built as nicely as these do. But I think I'm going to build another track for them to run on that's a little wider for this one, because the stance is a lot wider actually. Let's see, it's twice as wide almost. And so that makes for a harder time to get this guy around the track and all. You hit the sides a lot. But as far as running this guy freely on the floor, it's definitely better than those. It's faster. And just an awesome little model here from Turbo Racing. 1/76 scale. Awesome. Thanks for watching.
Hey! You're not supposed to jump on a person. I'm gonna try and start going on the big one. Wait, that's possible? Why am I always...
Oh, maybe the little one can make this little jump right here. Let's see. The little ramp. It's so slow though.
I'm so used to this big car, I don't even know how to drive the small car.
Let's see. Can we make it again? You saw me, baby. Oh, so you're just gonna take me out, huh? I'm gonna drop this black thing. Craft and burn.
Keep crashing into it a little bit more. Are you kidding me?
Bring them all to the camera.
And also, guys, the car came with these lamps.
Bring them all to the camera.
All the ones?
Bring it to the camera.
Oh.
Back up. Back up again. Back up.